Check. There you go. Good afternoon, everyone. So nice to see familiar faces, and yeah, I'm just really excited to be here. So yeah.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Now, we'll dive in to our press conference. Simulan na natin kay Aster Amoyo from TikTok, PM at People's Journal.
Paudan na.
Okay, ako na rin pwede man. First of all, wala rin.
Hello, first of all, welcome to Viva. Kahit hindi ako taga-Viva, ako nag-welcome sa iyo. Ang una ko lang tanong is what prompted or what made you decide to move to Viva from ABS-CBN?
Well, it's a new chapter. You know, this year marks my 18th year in the industry, and you know, looking back, I started as a model, and to be honest, I didn't know anything about acting. And yeah, but through time, growth, and hard work, you know, I've come a long way. I didn't expect I'd reach this level in my career, and for that, I'm very grateful and humbled. And yeah, it's this new chapter of my career. I've always carried a quote that says, "Success happens when preparation meets opportunity." The more I prepare, the more I grow, the more I succeed. And yeah, with that, I'm very thankful for Viva Artists Agency for believing in me and for trusting me. And yeah, I'm just very excited for this partnership. I'm looking forward, and I'm ready to bring everything that I've learned. You know, 18 years of experience, 18 years of passion, of hard work, and I'm ready for whatever this to come. And yeah, when me and my manager talked about transferring to Viva, it's a wonderful opportunity, you know, because when a door closes, a new door opens. And yeah, I'm just really excited and looking forward for, you know, what's in store for us.
We didn't even know that you've been in the business for 18 years. O gano'n na pala katagal yun.
I know, time flies.
Yes.
Even me, I was surprised, you know, when they actually sent me the, you know, the records na yung mga nagawa kong project. I was like, wow, ang dami na pala. And so, yeah, I'm thankful, you know, 18 years. Yeah, I'm very grateful na tumagal ako sa industry.
Can you share with us the highlights of the 18 years that you've been in the business?
Highlights? I think every year there's a highlight, you know. You know, from the moment that I started transitioning from, you know, a model to acting alongside, you know, Julian Santos. That was my second year. Working with Jody Santa Maria, Isa Pasado, Sharon Guneta, and Provinciano. There's a lot.
Salvador,
There's a lot.
RAWR.
Yeah, Maha Salvador, of course. There's a lot. But to be honest, right now, I could say that, you know, looking back, now I really consider myself as a professional actor. Because for some reason, when I was studying before, when I was reading acting books, you know, like an actor prepares, Stanislavski, I couldn't understand before. Like, ang lalim, hindi ko maintindihan, hindi ako makarelate. But now, because I kind of stopped for almost 2 years. I almost quit showbiz, actually.
Yeah.
I just felt like, parang what's new? I keep on doing the same thing, and for some reason, when I stopped and just looked everything from afar, I saw how grateful I am, and when I actually came back doing when I guested for Batang Quiapo 3 months ago, I really thought, you know, my passion for acting was gone. But when I did it, when I was on set and I was acting, I told myself, I was born to do this. You know, it just felt so. It's challenging, but it felt so natural, and you know, alam mo sa sarili mo na, you know, okay to, gamay ko to. Parang feel mo hawak mo yung ginagawa mo. Yeah, and yeah, na-miss ko talaga. And yeah, and now it's just I'm on fire. You know, I mean, I'm so ready to work again. I'm actually preparing right now for a new project, and so also I'm studying acting. And yeah, I guess you will come a point in your life where you won't have. I guess pag bata ka, ang daming distraction. Barkada dito, labas dito. But when you come to an age where you're mature, you see, and it's so clear to you kung ano yung mga dapat gawin and yung mga responsibilities mo. Magugulat ka parang ang dami mong time to hone your craft, to perfect whatever it is that you're doing. And I feel like through experiences that I have in my life and the way I carry myself in terms of, you know, preparing and being professional, yeah, I just feel so ready. It's a different person.
Thank you so much and good luck
Thank
to
you, thank you.
Alright, very well said. Maraming salamat po, Tita Aster. Good icebreaker for our session. Okay, next up, let's hear from TV5 Digital. We have Von Belinario. Next up is Bobby Requentina from Manila Bulletin.
Hi Joseph, congratulations for this new opportunity for you. In 18 years in the business, what is the greatest lesson that you've learned? And how do you use that lesson to fuel the fire within you up to this day?
Just very simple. A man sows what he reaps. If you work hard, you get it. If you give 50%, you get 50%. But if you give 100%, you get 100%.
So what can we expect more from you since nandito ka na sa Viva for another years to come?
Expect more, I guess. You know, even I expect myself, you know, to get more projects and to do more meaningful projects. You know, yeah, just to level up and always, you know, I always strive to give justice to the role in every opportunity that I get. But right now, I feel like I'm more connected to the things that I'm about to do.
Thank you and congratulations ulit.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Now moving on to Bobby Requentina from Manila Bulletin. Next up is Dolly Ann
Hi, good
Carvajal.
afternoon. Just 18 years in showbiz, how would you describe your journey so far?
Wow. Wow. It's I guess I describe it as slowly but surely, because it's a slow progress, you know, and I'm grateful for that because alam mo may delikadong part yun eh, kapag if you start from the beginning and then ang layo ng nilaktawan mo, you get to take those, you know, small steps for granted. But if you do it gradually, alam mo yung journey mo eh. So the more you protect what you have, the more you give meaning and pride to what you do.
Pero there was a part in your career na kumakanta ka. Hindi ba naisip na i-revive yung career mo sa music once in a while?
Well, like right now, I'm really open to do, you know, whatever. I want to explore, you know, I want to explore to do things like yeah, like I don't really dance, you know. It's not that I hate dancing, but I just feel like, you know, I'm not comfortable with it. But I'm about to do a project that, you know, it requires dancing. So, you know, like if it's just me learning to dance, I'm not good with that. But if it's for a role, let's go, let's do it. So, yeah, I'm you know, in terms of singing, I was with this male group, Harana,
Yes.
and I'm so thankful because if not for that opportunity, if hindi ko siya tinanggap, kasi nung una parang sabi ko, boy band, parang I wanna, gusto ko yung trajectory ng acting. I wanna be an actor, you know, but with that, I'm glad I accepted it, and you know, because sa dami ng workshops, natuto akong, I was stone deaf before, and then natuto ako na, you know, na kumanta, and you know, I get to use it whenever I have out of town shows, small shows. So, you know, I could do live, and yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Okay, for my last question now. You've done series, movies, any dream roles or projects?
Well, I've basically done a lot, but like I always say, my dream project, gusto ko magkaroon ng zombie film. I really want that.
Eh, paano yun? Like, bida ka, mawawala ka sa... Usually, di ba, yung mga zombie nawawala in the end ng movies, namamatay. Ng mga viewers ng gano'n na namamatay yung bida.
I've done so many projects na namatay ako. Like, last project I did, Pero sa Paraiso, may character died. Wildflower, namatay yung character ko doon. And yeah, I don't really mind, you know, as long as, you know, when you read a script kasi, it doesn't matter kung saan mapunta. As, you know, you would feel if the character speaks to you. So, yun yung pinaka-importante. I think, sa lahat naman ng actors, especially seasoned actors, ang pinaka-important sa kanila is the material. So, if the material doesn't make sense, no matter what you do, parang you don't want to go to the set na parang pilit ka na, alam mo yun, just for the sake of money. I think I'm very lucky that, you know, I got the luxury to, you know, say no and say yes to the, you know, projects that's being offered to me. I'm grateful for that. And yeah, so for me, as long as, you know, the character connects with me, okay.
Last na talaga. So you're ready to de-glamorize yourself sa screen? Like, kung ang itsura mo, you don't care kung... Kasi like zombie, ang pangit ang itsura nun, di ba?
Actually, I've de-glamored myself in projects that I did. Like, I did for Triptico, medyo, yeah, and even when I did Provincial, like, baba ako ng buhok, di ako nagme-makeup doon. You know, so I've learned to really, you know, acting, it's not all about glamorize. It's not all about to look good. It's about the soul, the performance. You know, you gotta feel the character. And kung gagawa ka ng drama na napakapal ng makeup mo, tapos parang how can you believe it? It's all about telling the truth. You're telling a story, and people, they have to connect with you. And ikaw dapat mismo ang unang-unang dapat maniwala sa ginagawa mo. Kung hindi ka naniniwala, parang it's a joke. So, yeah, mas gusto ko nga yung may iba talaga yung tsura.
Okay, thank you, congratulations. Thank you, Titi.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much. I think everyone will agree with me when I say that we feel your intensity. No, whenever he talks about acting and that, I love it. Okay, thank you so much. Next up from the Philippine Star, we have Dolly Ann Carvajal.
Hi, Marco. Here.
Hey,
In your 18 years in the industry, what are you most proud of so far?
Oh, I guess the system that I built. You know, it's not about I'm proud of this project, I'm proud of this achievement, I'm proud of this award, but it's the system that I built. Because I know to myself that it's never gonna go away. Kahit anong mangyari sa akin, hindi na mawawala to, whether I change to another job, or you know, I go to another country to, you know, to change my life. I know that the hard work, that the system that I built to myself, it's always going to be there.
And what is the turning point in your career? In your 18-year career? What is the turning point?
What do you mean, in terms of what?
Maybe it was a eureka moment or something, realization, a turning point.
I guess it was last year. You know, I've realized when I was 27 years old up until turning 35, that 8-year gap, and from 35 to 36, I feel like yung 1 year na yun, mas marami pa akong natutunan dun sa 8th year. And everything just poured.
That
Parang,
was last year.
yeah, parang my eyes just, parang iba yung realization ko nun eh. You know, in terms of relationship, friendship, life, yun talaga yung naging turning point. And dun ko na-realize and nakita na whatever it is that you have, you really have to protect and give pride to it. Because before even though marami na ako nagawang projects, I couldn't say na I was a professional. It's more of like, medyo parang you fully don't understand the things that you do. It's like you're still learning. But now, I feel like I know everything in a deeper level. And it's just amazing.
We're looking at old things with new eyes.
Yeah, it's very liberating. It's very liberating.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Dolly.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Now, let's move on to this side of the room. Let's hear from Lionheart TV. We have Richard Paglikawan.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Want to share a mic?
Hello. Congratulations, Marco. Joseph.
Thank you.
Eto na lang, kasi random namin na parang excited ka na sinishare sa amin yung magiging part mo ng Viva. Ano yung so far may share mo sa amin na mga projects na gagawin mo? Mga pwede na, of course. Or teaser at least.
Yeah. So with Viva, I'm gonna be doing a TV series. So actually, they started shooting already, and I think my first day would be last week of July. And yeah, 18 years in the industry, and it's gonna be my first time doing a play, theater. So actually, it's a milestone for me because akala ko hindi ko na talaga siya magagawa. And I'm like, I kept on thinking, you know, should I do a play? Parang it's not for me. You know, I'm too scared to do it. You know, I have so much respect to, you know, theater actors, of course. Yeah. So yeah, I'm also prepping for that.
And syempre, part ka na ng Viva. May mga uso ngayon ng collab. So, sino yung mga Viva artists na looking forward ka maging part ng project mo or makatrabaho mo?
Oh, I haven't really seen the roster, to be honest. I haven't been so active, you know. But yeah, whoever actually, I'm really excited to, you know, get to know and to collab with, especially young artists.
Thanks, Joseph.
Thank you.
Alright, all good. Maraming salamat po. Now, from Anong Ganap, pakinggan natin si Erwin Ogawa.
Hi, Joseph. Welcome to Viva. So, Joseph, after 18 years in the business, what do you do to stay relevant?
What do I do to stay relevant? I guess just really take good care of yourself, you know, be a good example to people, and you know, when you're passionate about what you do, people will see it, you know. Yeah, and if you're serious about what you do and give pride, like, the real ones will know, like, this guy has it, you know, this guy knows. So yeah, just be true to yourself, and you know, it's really hard work and passion.
And I'm making TikTok nowadays, so are you opening yourself to do TikTok?
I also have TikTok, but I don't dance. I have podcast.
A podcast.
So I have a podcast right now. It's called Thirst for Wisdom.
Yeah.
So that's actually more of like my passion project, because when like I said last year, I just got so much into reading and listening to audiobooks, podcasts, and for some reason I was looking for, you know, someone to follow here in the Philippines, and then maybe it's like I didn't see anyone who who speaks like the same values as I have. And then I asked myself, so kung wala, baka hindi mo gawin? And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. So much responsibility, shooting, editing, buying cameras, getting a light. But I challenged myself, and then I started it. I'm currently on episode 11 now. So it's all about perspective, mindset. Yeah.
And my last question, what's your best advice that you can give to a newbie actor? Best advice.
Don't be afraid to fail. Just keep on learning, because when you fail, especially when you hit rock bottom, all the wisdoms, they're there. That's when you really learn. That's when you get everything. You have to, you really have to do things, even if you're afraid to do it. Because as an actor, whatever happens, kahit gaano kapagod ka, kahit gaano kahirap yan, gagawa ka ng paraan para magawa mo. Gagawin mo. And you get, through difficulties, you get to discover so much about yourself. And then, dun mo ma-realize, wow, kaya ko pala ito. Kaya ko pala yung ganun. So, just don't be afraid. Keep on doing it.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Tremendous advice, from Joseph Marco. Do you have a nickname?
Joey, but my mom only my mom calls me Joey.
Okay, sorry. I was gonna call you Joey.
Joey.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
Like a kangaroo.
Joseph Mars.
Baby kangaroo.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Sir Erwin. Now, moving on to the Philippine star. Pakinggan natin si Charmy Pagulong.
Hello.
I'm
So
Charmy.
now that you're with Viva, meron ba mga changes sa image or ano yung mga changes na
Changes sa image?
wala pa na?
So, parang wala naman. Yeah, wala naman so far. It's more of like, I could really say that the work ethics, has a big, major change. Like, I'm really protective of what I do now, and it's like times 10 level up in terms of working hard and focusing. Yeah.
So with your good looks and toned physique, how do you take care of yourself and what's your fitness journey?
It's about education. You gotta educate yourself in terms of food, in terms of working out, in terms of sleep. How does a person? How do you prolong your longevity? How do you, stay relevant? It's all about education. The more you learn, the more you know. The more you know, the more you become refined. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Maraming salamat po. And finally, from Random Republica. Kate Dahar.
Congratulations. Now that you're with Viva, so fresh start, is there anything you wish to do differently given your 18 years of experience?
Wish to do differently.
Running your career or your...
I guess that's the one. Yeah, like exploring more and challenging myself more, because I feel like before parang medyo safe ako to parang limited lang yung roles na ina-accept ko, but now I'm really open to doing like theater, dancing, as long as the project speaks to me, kahit na outside the box pa yan, because I know for a fact that that's when you grow outside the box. That's when you start growing. And so, I'm really up for the challenges, because especially, Miss Veronique, Boss Vic, they know, they've been, there's a reason why they're still here and why they're still successful. And, I trust them. So whatever it is that, their plan, kung anong nakikita nila, kaya mo to gawin, I'm up for that.
And also for us listening, we can see your passion. So, if you can still recall, when did that start? When did that intensity begin as an actor? Kasi sabi mo kanina, becoming an actor was not something you intended to do 18 years ago?
Yeah. Well, no, at the beginning, wala talaga. But then there are glimpses, especially when siguro nag-start siya. I started 2015. Doon ako nag-start maging passionate. You know, makasama mo ba naman si Jay Cuenca eh? Hindi mahahawa ka talaga doon, di ba? And I'm very grateful for that guy. You know, I always look up to him. And actually, he was the one who started, you know, na parang palabasin yung hunger ng pagiging artist. And pero yun know, may hit and miss. There are projects na parang you don't feel excited much, but I guess, you know, when you reach a certain age and siguro maturity din and experience in life, you give more respect towards the things that you do. And right now, siguro times 10 yung the way I really respect the craft. And I just learned so much from reading and, you know, studying, because like I said earlier, when I was reading those books, parang napakalalim. Before, hindi ako makarelate, hindi ko maintindihan, but now I understand everything. And yeah, it's like dun na-realize ko na parang hindi pala ganun talaga kasimple. Talagang it's an art. It's an art. Like acting is an art, and hindi mo siya pwedeng pilitin. You have to respect it in a way that it should come out, you know, naturally. You don't have to force it. And I'm so excited to apply this, you know, sa upcoming projects ko, because I feel like I'm all geared up.
Congratulations on it.
All right, thank you so much, and that concludes our press conference for today. But as before we say goodbye.